Well, over 60,000 soldiers have been killed or disabled in military operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. And it's the families of these servicemen and women that Oklahoman Dan Rooney and the Folds of Honor Foundation hope to help. Each Memorial Day, top golfers from around the nation come to Owasso, Oklahoma to take part in what's called the Patriot Cup. Pro golfers paired with celebrities and military personnel playing not for prize money, but to raise scholarships and other assistance to give back to the spouses and children of soldiers killed or disabled in service to our country. The event is the brainchild of former F-16 fighter pilot and PGA golf professional Major Dan Rooney, who's the founder of the Folds of Honor Foundation and the creator of Patriot Golf Day.
And it is all up to us to honor their sacrifice, to inspire, but more importantly, empower these families with an opportunity of an education.
Well, since its founding in 2007, the Patriot Golf Day has grown to include over 3,000 courses around the U.S., as well as Patriot Bowling Days and Patriot Marina Days on July 4th, all to raise scholarship money for families of veterans like John Jones.
My name is Amber Jones. I am a current student at Colorado State University, and I am a recipient of a Folds of Honor scholarship. This is my first semester back after 8 years, and my concentration for school is global tourism.
My name is John Jones. I lived and grew up in Oklahoma. After I graduated out of Edmond Memorial High School, I decided to go into the Marine Corps. I was stationed in Al-Qaim, Iraq. It's in the Al-Anbar province, right where the Euphrates River meets up to Syria. Wild, Wild West, that's what we called it. Primarily, we were doing hard hits. We were looking for HVTs, high value targets in the area. I think it was 9:20, 9:15, 9:20 in the morning, 20 minutes after I left the wire, got hit with a double stack anti-tank mine. I went through the roof of my thin skin Humvee and then went 25 feet in the air and landed behind my Humvee and got medevac back to Al-Qaim. And then from there I went to Balad. And then from Balad, Longstuhl, Germany, Longstuhl to Bethesda. So I underwent surgeries in Al-Qaim, Longstuhl, and Bethesda. It was every 24 hours, pretty much.
After he had his initial 32 surgeries, the result eventually was losing both legs below the knee. We decided to leave Maryland and head down to Texas, which was closer to my two stepchildren. We got married 2 days prior to heading down to Texas in the hospital with a bunch of nurses and doctors. I became a stepmom at that point, and of course a wife to a disabled veteran. And that's where I took the back step. I was the last on the priority list of what needed to be done and taken care of. And all of a sudden, school and working and all of those things that I had a lot of drive for and ambition and whatnot just didn't matter as much anymore. It was about making sure John got his life back together and he was able to start walking again. Every single morning I wake up to a husband without his legs. He has to get in his chair, he has to get in the shower, he has to use the restroom sitting, he has to do these things that he will have to do forever.
She kicked me in the ass whenever I needed it and got me to where I needed to be and made me go to physical therapy.
My son was born missing his right foot due to amniotic band syndrome, which is just a fluke thing that can happen to any woman. We found that out at 5 months pregnant and knew that we soon were going to have a son that too would need prosthetics and would face all the different challenges that John had. I mean, we had all the odds against us, let's just say that. And so as long as we kept open communication, which was not easy, especially for a Marine, you've got to really teach them how to talk about their feelings.
For the first 5 years, she sacrificed a ton of letting me figure out where I was going to be, figure out what I'm going to do for a career, and pushing me to go. Having like an organization like Folds of Honor just come in and be able to, give this money to spouses that, I think they sacrifice more than we do. Because, yeah, we go out and we fight the war, but they're back here every single day doing the bills, taking care of the kids, holding down this fort, which is probably more chaotic in more times than what we were through. She had the harder job.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about the Folds of Honor Foundation, we have links to other stories as well as more information on how you can get involved to help the families of those who serve. Just go to okhorizon.com.